Okay, you beautiful people, happy Monday, big waves to you. Come on, get those hands going. As you're coming in this morning, for a Monday, I had to give you big kudos because you guys come in a little fired up this morning, a little excited. I love it. I love it. So we're going to get right into it. And here's the deal. We had some people on here that it was their birthday this weekend. If it was your birthday this weekend or today, let us know in the comments if we missed you. But Stacy McCarver, Allie Albritton, and David Elliott, all three of these amazing humans, it was their birthday this weekend. And we've got some of them on the coach's corner. So, Andrea, you know what that means. Ken's going to sing to us this morning. Happy birthday. Thanks, Ken, for doing that out in Mississippi. I see you, Ken, in the car. All right. So here we go. The word for today, before we get into the songs, is the song of the birthday song is purpose. Marlene actually, in honor of the big event in Canada, Marlene, we're going to do this word for you today. So purpose, it's the reason something exists. The reason you do something, the reason it's the why behind your actions, your goals, your dreams, things that you want to accomplish, like those, you know, are all filled with purpose. And so what does purpose really mean? And I dove into this a little bit, and it's like purpose is more than just having goals. Like it's the deeper meaning behind what it is that what drives you, what cranks you up. I say what cranks your tractor in the morning. Like what when you put your 2 feet on the ground, purpose is what's like, I'm excited about the day. There's a reason behind what I'm doing today. It's what gives you direction in life. It's what helps you. I pray that all of us feel a sense of purpose. And if we don't, let's find it. Let's surround ourselves with people that drive us in a direction we want to go. Because at the end of the day, purpose to me is what really keeps you here or keeps you doing what you're doing through tough times. And that's kind of where I'm going to talk this morning, tough times. Okay. Here's why purpose is important. It fuels our motivation. It fuels our focus. It provides clarity for where we're going. It helps us live with intention, not just routine, not just mundane things. Have you ever done something over and over and over again, and it's like, oh, this is so monotonous, so mundane? Like purpose is what keeps it fun and energetic and lively. People with a clear sense of focus, Al, they're more motivated. They tend to be more fulfilled in life, right? There's a reason they're putting like if your purpose is like, man, I want to help people go from where they're at to where they want to go, then you're going to wake up this morning with a sense of purpose if that's what drives you, right? Those calls are not hard to make when you're trying to help somebody get from point A to point B. It's not a haggle, it's not a job, right? It's the same way with maybe your health goals, right? And you're like, I got places I want to go in my health goal. Well, it's not that you wake up with purpose of I'm going to take today and I'm going to move the needle in the right direction. And why do I say that? So I'm going to leave with this. Think about here's what I wrote down today. Think about running. Okay. Now put yourself in the shoes. You're training for this marathon or half marathon. Okay. Let's all go there. All go to the place of running. And let me ask you a question. When you're training, Glenda Watson, do you accidentally decide in Auburn, Alabama, or down there close to where you live to run uphill to train? Like, do you just accidentally get out there and you're like, you know what I think is going to be fun is to run uphill the entire way as I'm training? No, you don't accidentally go uphill. It's an intentional effort. You have intentionally decided I'm going to run uphill because it's going to prepare me for this half marathon or this marathon I'm running. Guess what that's called? Purpose. It's called purpose. Purpose makes you intentionally do things. And so I thought about that. Like, what if we all lived an intentional life? An intentional life. Because here's the deal, I don't care whether it's health, it's relationships, it's business, all of success, it's uphill, baby, all the way. It's uphill all the way. Like, it's a struggle. Have you ever tried to run uphill all the way? Oh my goodness. I ran a 15K one time, and the majority of it was uphill in Sheffield, Alabama. I thought, I'm not going to make it. I am not going to make this race. It almost took me down. What I realize is most people in life have uphill hopes, but downhill habits. You know, I just want it to be all downhill. Wouldn't that make it easy, Buffy? Why can't we just run downhill in the whole race? Right? Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. There's success. It's all uphill. So we've got to be intentional, and we've got to have a purpose that drives the intention. And so you don't accidentally go uphill. You only intentionally go uphill because of what is driving you. So purpose drives you to intentionally get through the hard, go through the challenge, because you know on the other side of that, that's where success lies. That's where your body creates a transformation. That's why your business starts to shape up. You start to rank advance. You start to make more money. It's where your relationships start to grow, all because you intentionally was willing to go through the hard. You were willing to move uphill because you know that that's where success lies, not on the downhill habits. So that's my thought for today, Andrea. I'll turn it to you.
Well, I love that quote. That was a pretty good one. So, most people have uphill hopes and downhill habits. I'm like, dang, that one made it in the chat. And Hill struggles with that a lot because he's got a lot of hill hopes. I don't know. But the quote that I found was effort and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. And that's John F. Kennedy. And so then what got me kind of thinking about that is if I can put all the effort in the world that I want, and I can have all the courage, but it's still not going to get me where I want to go without having that purpose. Well, how do I find it? So that's what I looked into today. So if we're feeling a little bit like, well, I don't know if I really have a purpose, how do we find that? So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to just start with curiosity. What lights you up? What gets you excited? What do you do that you lose track of time while you're doing it? Right? Have you ever had that where you're like you maybe you sit down to focus on something and 3 hours just go by like this and you lift your head up and you're like, oh my goodness, I was in the zone. Like I was just flying through that. What are those things that you did in those moments that can kind of give you an idea of the things that really, really drive you to move forward? Next, we're going to write down our values. What truly matters to you? And I think sometimes we can grow up and we have, all these other values from somebody else and brought into us, and we can think that these other things are what's truly important to us, but then we realize, you know what? That isn't what's most important to me. I've got to figure out what are my values. Is it my family? Is it growth? Is it creativity? I don't know, but I've got to figure those out first so that I can find that purpose. Next, I'm going to talk to people that inspire me, people that I look up to, people that I emulate, and maybe ask their opinion. Because one of the most powerful things that we can have is somebody that sees us and they might see something in us and see our gifts much more clearly than we do. So go ask their opinion. Like maybe not your, brother-in-law that's a downer or something like that, but somebody that inspires you, go ask them what they see in you, and that might help you figure out what your purpose is. Next, we want to use our strengths. So your talents, we all have talents. They're going to be across all kinds of different things, and you might think, how is that going to really help me move into a purpose? But figure out what they are. Use your strengths, and your talents are the clue to what we're here to do. Like, I think every single one of us was given strengths and talents and a purpose, and our job is just to tap into it and then follow what breaks your heart. And I think this one sounds a little strange, but well, we'll put me out there for an example. You know that I'm an animal person. Anything bad happens to an animal, I'm like losing my mind. If something really bothers you, right? If something really, really taps into, triggers you, right? Maybe that's a great sign of what your purpose may be, because often the thing that bothers us the most is where we're meant to make an impact. So I guess that means that I get all the puppies. So I'm so excited for that. And then lastly, set small goals that align with what matters to you. So purpose doesn't always arrive with a lightning bolt, right? With this big jolt that wakes you up in the middle of the night and you're like, aha, eureka, right? Sometimes it's just built step by step by step, possibly even uphill, coach. So that's what we had this morning. I know we get to sing to Stacy. Do we have any of us?
Great lesson. And the reason Hill is struggling with this, Hill Blues, because, well, we were talking about a hill, Andrea. So he was trying to, okay. All
He
right.
thought we
Maybe
were
that
talking
was
about him the
pointing.
entire time. We were, Hill.
Okay. Yes. All right. So here we go. We're going to unmute the line. Stacy, Allie, David, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday
Happy birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Many more.
Love you guys. Grateful for you. Have a great
Love you
day.
guys. Appreciate you.
Happy
Great job being
birthday.
here.
Have a good
Y'all
day.
always get up here, guys.
Bye.
Love you guys. Have a